Hello everyone, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2, and welcome to another Wednesday stream, our third Wednesday stream. It starts off really well. Not on Bellfloor. Well, we are on Bellfloor right now, but on what's it called again? SteamTown. Oh my goodness, I've been working on SteamTown for the afternoon today. No, actually for the whole day now that I think about it, and I can't even remember the name. Love this. There's another episode of Bellfloor coming, a smaller one. Coming at the end of the week on Sunday. It's gonna be really cool. Hello Troots, hello Mosby Motorsports, hello Mariska, hello Broccoli. Welcome, nice to see you all. Nice to see you all on this Wednesday evening. It's always a pleasure, I love this. Oh, I forgot to do something, set my goal. Let's say yeah, that's a nice goal. There we go. And voila. I like doing goals now because goals help me get the PC faster, you know. But yeah, look at this. So what's gonna be happening in episode 3 of Bellfloor? I'm switching between the two parks now, so it's a little bit confusing in my mind. But it's gonna be what this area is gonna be, essentially the coast of the new German area that I've teased at the end of the latest episode, episode 2. We're gonna have, well, this is technically a bonus episode that's coming on Sunday, so that's gonna be exciting. But anyway, you guys are not here for Bellfloor, you guys are here for SteamTown, and by chance, you may have seen the thumbnail that I've used for this stream today. Hey Shane, welcome to the stream, man. It's okay if you're only here for a short time. It's really nice to see you, man. And yeah, I've worked quite a lot in the sense that I really wanted to get the lobby done in the atrium, and so that's what I've done so far. It's only the check-in desk, not guest. There we go. And you can imagine that they would have like some what's it called? You know, like they have at Rulentica, some wristbands. There we go, some wristbands that they would give out to the guests and everything. I've tried to hide the blue information square thing with massive cogs. It's so weird, but it does the trick. Then on top of that, I have postcards. Let's actually get on ground level. Something that I've done, that I've changed, sorry, compared to the previous streams. I've removed the barriers that there were here, just because I didn't really like how it blocked the pathway, because the pathway is already quite narrow, and you can imagine with a few guests, well, just imagine, obviously it won't work, because it won't be like that, at least, because they'll come from this side and the other side, so hopefully they'll use this entrance for this one and this one for that one. So then you go inside. Don't be alarmed by the massive yellow marker in the sky. That's to remember which height to build the warehouse at. So our warehouse is going to be quite big. It's going to be 22 meters tall. Hey Yano, welcome to the stream. Hey Dragonborn, nice to see you, man. So yeah, we have what we've done in the first episode here, and then we have the check-in that I've just seen with you guys. Then you have the toilets on that side and the elevator that is not yet done. This is a staff, well, quote unquote staff area for basically this staff to go into these doors, and you can imagine that under the 1.5 floor that we have here, there would be a staff area with our wave machine actually that's going to be underneath here, and we're going to have a view on the wave pool here. It's going to be quite nice, and then we are going to have some toilets here. I'm not sure if we're going to do the toilets, if we're going to have time today. We'll see. Today I want to focus on the gift shop because I haven't really checked those out with you guys on stream. So on this side is going to be the gift shop. So you have another staff only area here, door, sorry. Obviously it's make believe, right? And we're going to have a massive like park wide gift shop where people can buy, I don't know, pool noodles, what else? Floatables, inflatables, sorry. I guess you can call them both ways, right? And then on either ends of the corridors, you're gonna have an elevator for accessibility purposes. And you can already see if I'm all the way over here in the corridor, I think it was a good idea not to bet everything on the dark water park. You know, I wanted to do everything in the dark at first, and you can already see that this far away is not really rendering the darkness. It's only rendering the darkness if I'm here. So I think it was a good call not to go for the dark water park. But we're still gonna do something like that, probably with the lazy river as well. And then you have some the staircases here. So again, you can see the wave pool here. So far, it's our SteamTown investors. You have some contraption here, same on the other end. And then you have the changing rooms that we're probably gonna build in Stream 4. We'll see. So next week. And on both walls you have advertisement, in-universe advertisement for this one is for the Black Harbor Fishing Company, which is going to be our area here. The Black Harbor is going to be where the wave pool is located, and there's probably going to be a fishing company that's our restaurant for this area, and probably our main restaurant as well. And then you have this one to become a skyscraper with a little custom made 2D blimp or whatever. I don't know. Probably going to be a reference in the future. I kind of want to build a water coaster that's going to be our skyscraper essentially. So we will see in the future. We're not there yet at all, but that's what we have so far. And yeah, on the other side of this, when people are leaving the park, you have safe travels here, and of course, a duplicated park sign. Yeah, why did I struggle so much to say that? So yeah, that's kind of what I've done today. Massive amount of work already, but we still have quite a lot to do to finish the entrance and start the water park, and that's going to be really interesting. Let's see, have I missed anyone? Hey Keegan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey Blue Jay, nice to see you. Hey Wonky, nice to see you as well. All right, so let's get building. I've decided to keep my original employees. Usually I just like tell them to F off, but not this time. I don't know. I like having the employees around. It adds life to an unfinished build. You know that they're not supposed to be here. So what I want to do is first of all, let's get rid of the floor just to make sure that we can see where the pathing is going. Let's put it like 1 meter underneath. There we go, and you can see how the floor is laid out around here. It's kind of messy, I'm not gonna lie. I usually try not to build too messy, but this build is messy as all hell. And but you know, with the complexity of the build, with the two floors, everything has to work the way it should work, and it's a little bit funky as well because if you, for example, go in the first-person camera and go somewhere where there's no path, but there's a path underneath, the camera is going to do this. It's going to fall fall down on the path underneath. So that's a little bit unfortunate. So we'll have to make sure that doesn't happen too often. Or well, it's beyond our control really, but it's gonna be our main issue, I think, with everything being on top of each other, especially in the park. Right now, it's kind of fine. You know, it's only 2 floors, but it's gonna be quite a challenge in the future. I'm sure. Hey Straka, welcome. Hey Osna, welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks great already, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, and when will the water slides be built? When we start the water park. Well, technically, we've started the water park. Don't guilt trip me. Come on. This is still a water park. You know how I like to have working infrastructure for all my parks, and this park is no different. In fact, I think it will be the most realistic out of all. Well, to be fair, when you see what I'm doing on Bellflower, it's probably going to be like on par with what I do on Bellflower. But I really want to add as much detail as I can, especially in this area. Like it's almost done. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna start the actual water park probably by stream 5. I want to say. Don't quote me on that in the future, but I think by stream 5 we'll have enough done. Well, we'll be complete. Have this space essentially completed, and then we'll work on the bigger warehouse where the actual water park takes place. Because this thing here is not the warehouse that I've always been talking about. This is only the addition to the warehouse that they've added on top. Well, not on top of the warehouse, that would be weird, but on the side of the warehouse, if you'd like, and just so they could have some changing rooms, and have more space essentially to work with. So yeah, probably not gonna work on much of the exterior in a while. So yeah. Anyway, broccoli, thank you for the €6. Let me add you. Hold on. I think €6 is the most we've gotten out of the free stream. Yeah, Taurus Fury had given $5 last week. So let's see. Actually, don't I have you somewhere? I do. There you go. That'll be easier. So yeah, I just realized I didn't answer your question, Truth. I think it was Truth. It was Truth. Yeah, the slides will be there at some point. I just have some infrastructure to complete before I can get to the slides. There you go, €6. Yeah, the game renders paths like they have walls. They are, but aren't connected vertically. They are treated like they don't have a wall, which is annoying. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get started. So, I just want to think about it a little bit, because we're going to have to take into account the elevator somewhere. The problem is we have windows here. So what if we keep the windows but put some panels here? Or wait. Can we keep the windows and make them like full opacity? Does that work? No, that doesn't. Let's try though. Alright, so we'll have to get rid of the windows. Probably do the other one as well while I'm at it. I've been extremely motivated to work on SteamTown for the past few days. Will that work? Yeah, but I have to make it thinner. To make it even thinner. Yeah, 35 might be a good one. Hey Shane, thank you so much for the one gifted sub. Hold on, let me finish that window and I'll add you to the investors board. Oh, by the way, speaking of the investors board, I found a way to feature you guys in the park somewhere. It's probably gonna be in a restaurant or something like that. It's not gonna be a monument like I thought I would do over here, but then I thought, you know, with the first person camera, you cannot get over the road. Cross the road, that's what I mean. Over the road. Let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Yeah, let's go for that. And I think the restaurant is going to be called the Investors Club, and I've still got to find a way to do probably a book or something like that, or probably a massive board with everyone's names. But I'm gonna do something like along those lines. That's for sure. Okay. Same above. Yep. Okay, cool. Right, so let's add Shane. Do I have one sub? Oh yeah, I said one gifted sub, but I can only do this. That's better. And I think it'll be nice as well once we go back to... Wait, no, that's not the thing I have to change. Once we, you know, do the park tour and everything, we'll be able to see everyone who's donated or gifted a sub. And that'll be a very, very nice way to say thank you. On top of, you know, if you're a channel supporter, that's another thing that I'll have to figure out, actually, now that I think about it. I don't have that yet. Hey, Benny. What do you mean, can you do a tour? Can I do a tour of the current build? I can do that if you want. Hey, Wonky Builder, thank you for the £2. Do I have pounds somewhere? I do, with John. I think I have you in my database. Yep, there we go. Thank you again. Let me heart you. There we go. See you, Shane. Thanks again for the one sub, man. Take care. All right. I'm building in zoo at the moment, and I really miss being able to resize objects. Yeah, I bet. I like. Most of the time when I talk about what's new in Planet Coaster 2 and what's changed and what's better, what's worse, perhaps. I don't usually talk a lot about what's worse because I don't think there's a lot of things that are worse than the other Planet games. But I mean, so far it's probably the content, to be fair. Like the content might be a little I don't want to say lackluster because that's just not true, but it's early game, you know. It's barely been a year. And yeah, every time I play the card that everyone would be so sad if to just go back to a system where you can't scale things. And it would probably be my case as well. You know, not being able to actually rebuild in Planet Coaster 1 or anything. In fact, I'm gonna go back to Planet Coaster 1 next Saturday with you guys for my birthday stream. Oops, sorry, I got a little burpee here. And the birthday stream, essentially, we're gonna look at all of my old parks that I've done. You know, from the very first one, from Parc Ciel Bleu, maybe even other ones like what's it called? I don't actually remember what it's called, but the one before Parc Ciel Bleu that wasn't completed. That'd be nice, but we'll see. We'll do a massive stream like that. And it's gonna be really exciting. It's just gonna be a trip down memory lane, essentially. Because I'm gonna be turning 25, and that's a big deal, and I wanted to celebrate accordingly. Right, so I just want to close off like this place here, this square. Probably gonna put another pillar to, you know, make the what's it called? The elevator. That's a hard word to say as a Frenchman. The elevator shaft. There we go. And unlike the one in Bellflower, I think I'm just gonna focus on doing the look of an elevator and not an actual elevator. Wait, hold on, I can actually do the two that I need right at the same time. So yeah, you know what? Just before I selected the wrong one. Just before we do the actual gift shop, I think we should work on the corridors, which is technically what we were doing already with this elevator. Okay. I'm just gonna lower. Wow, it's that tall? Oh yeah, it is. Wow. Didn't realize. I've made those columns like weeks ago now. I feel like August is gonna be a long month for me. It usually is, to be fair. It's... Come on. Come on. Cooperate. Oh my goodness. So annoying to be on console sometimes. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Ah, come on. Come on, you can do it. I would be able to be so precise on PC. Oh, there we go. That's it. Don't touch anything. Wait, where is this one? Oh, okay, I get it. No worries. Doom doom doo 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 doom doom. Doom doom doo 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 doom doom. Another thing that I'm gonna struggle with is the height of the changing rooms. I think I want to theme them so that I can, you know, disguise the fact that it's a massive 4x4x4 box, essentially. Like, let me show you. Yeah. It's a little bit taller than the wall that I already have. So I'm gonna have to disguise that somehow. But I think I want to take inspiration from the Charles Lindbergh Hotel in Phantasialand, because having, you know, aeronaut cabins would be a nice... What the hell was this? Oh no, okay, that worked. I thought it highlighted, sorry, the coaster supports that I used for the beam here. I just want to change the color to something a little bluish. That work? Not too bad. Oh wow, Broccoli is already going away! See you, Broccoli! Thank you for tuning in for a little while. I forget that you're an old man, you have to sleep. Nah, that's fair. Let's use another... Like, how long is this one? Yeah, that would work. That would work. There we go. I heard that. I hope you did. That that was for your ears only. Right, so I already have a slight problem actually, just because I used the relative axis. Relative axis, it's off axis, and that's a problem. So let's get rid of these. Oh, but the problem is, okay, that's fine. I'll just tweak it here. Oh, wait, no, actually, that might be fine. Oh, and I don't need that piece anymore. Or do I? No, I don't. Or maybe I do. We'll see. Why did I duplicate it? I'm not focused. I need to be focused. I am speed. Yeah, perfect. Hey Gregory, welcome. And thank you for the praise. That's very kind of you. It's always so weird when someone praises your work. Not that I don't like it, that's not what I mean, but you know, for you you're just having fun and then someone is like, "Oh yeah, I really like what you're doing." And it's the weirdest thing ever because, you know, well, to be fair, it's different because I'm kind of doing this as my job. So I kind of have to consider the opinion of other people. But you know, when I'm building, like right now, for example, I mostly do it for myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm just having fun doing the creative things that I wanted to try. And essentially, that's literally how this stream series is has been happening so far. You know, just trying to build a steampunk water park. That was the whole idea originally. Do you want us to tell you it sucks? No. Well, to be fair, if it does suck, do tell. Yeah. But if it doesn't, you know, don't be mean. Although I can handle it. But I do hope that I have enough self-criticism to detect when a build is trash. So imprecise, it's so annoying. There we go. I'm really gonna try mouse and keyboard once I get to PC. I really need to try it. I mean, that's the point of making it, right? What do you mean, to have fun or to make it for other people? You know, show it to other people and that kind of jazz. Because technically, you're right for both. You know, you're kind of making it for. Um, I think it's more important to make it for yourself first, and probably consider sometimes, you know, it's not healthy to always think about what others will think about your work. I need my two guys. Where are they? I think they're on the other side. Yep. Come here. Here we go. Is that tall enough? Yes, it is. Do 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 do. Ooh, that's really dark. What if I use this shade of gray, which is more blue, really? Yeah. I somehow landed on a similar color that I had. Also, what are those two slots? Like, they don't do anything as far as I'm aware. Not concerned. I may be concerned about those. Sounds like he wants us to complain. Yes, do complain more. Do complain. But you know, it's always right to. It's always good. Sorry, not right. To not butt heads. You know, not go butt heads. I just realized what I said. Yes, I'm 7 years old, even though I'm turning 25 next week. But it's always nice to have some critique from someone that's not yourself, even though you might have a good amount of self critique in you, of self criticism. So yeah, again, if you don't want to praise my builds and just don't do it for free, you know what I mean? Like do it if that's a good thing to do. If something looks bad, for example, or something could be improved. That's the sort of feedback that I'm looking for, especially on stream where we can literally do it on the fly. That's what I liked about the last stream, actually, where Fog really helped us to get the references right. Oh, I have to raise the path back up, actually, if I want to make sure it's tall enough. Boom. There we go. You're going to PC? Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm so sick of, you know, just having to make everything according to the complexity meter and everything. I've been doing it for 3 years now, and it's, you know, my ambitions have outgrown what the game on console is allowing me to do. So I'm trying to save up for a PC. It's been hard because, you know, doing YouTube full time is good, but it's always hard to make a good amount of money each month. So you're kind of trying everything that you can to save up money as much as you can, and it's always really hard in the sense that in today's economy, not to get political, let's not get political about that, but you know, it's hard. It's really hard, and yeah, but you know, eventually, after maybe a year or two, I trust that we can achieve that. It's a marathon, you know. It's not a sprint. I really like this one, this music. Oh, sorry, I've missed a lot of people. Hey, Filmo! Hey, Marilyn! Nice to see you too. Oh, another Leo. I don't believe in that crap, but yeah, sure. Yes, I'm another Leo. Oh goodness, no, not salmon. Ah, okay, I get the problem. Eh. Let's just. Ah, and it's grouped as well. Annoying. There we go. Let's just make it the same color as the frame. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Right, so let's do this. Oh, you know what we could do? We could put a basic shape in the middle to get rid of that shining texture look. And make it black so it looks like there's nothing behind. Can I do this? I can, yes. Perfect. Ah. I see the problem. Earlier yourself. Oh, that's cool. When's your birthday, Blue Jai? So that I'm sure that I can celebrate with you. There we go. That's looking more like an Whoa, is that the LED doing that? Oh yeah, it is. Oh. Ew, ew, ew. Is that better? Yeah. Good, so we have our elevator shaft. There we go, let's copy it over to the other side. Why did I use a Dracula accent? I do not know. Don't ask me. Sometimes my mouth does things. And it's weird. It has a it has a mind of its own. You effing love my building style. Thank you so much, Zeal. Sorry, I missed your message in the midst of everyone else. Thank you so much. Oh, your birthday's next week? Yes, it is. It's on the 16th, and I'm gonna have a stream on Saturday evening to celebrate, and we're gonna check out every single Planet Coaster build that I've done in the past. You know, do a trip down Oh. I hate the LOD in this game. Come on, is that better? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Don't move. Okay, okay, good. Good. So what was I saying? Yes, I'm gonna have a stream to not only celebrate my 25th birthday with you guys, but also do a trip down memory lane, essentially, because I think it's gonna be interesting because a good percentage of you guys haven't been around when I was doing some Planet Coaster stuff on the original, and I think it could be interesting to show you what I've done, and also to go back to those, to, you know, have a 2025 eye, a Planet Coaster 2 eye as well, on those builds. And this is not good. I'm gonna mute my phone because my notifications are going crazy. Oh, it's today! Everyone in the chat, all 20 people that are here, please wish a happy birthday to Blue Jay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blue Jay. Happy birthday to you. Woo! That's so cool. And I'm glad you're spending your birthday with me, man. I go away 1 minute and I come back to you singing. Come on, it's Blue Jay's birthday. We have to celebrate properly. All right, something like this, perhaps. Yeah, that'll work. Problem is, this one is not aligned anymore. I mean, we can always raise this one. Right, that works. Yeah. Perfecto. I think this is the first time that I've sung Happy Birthday on a stream, you know. Or sung at all. I've hummed before. And I've pressed wrong buttons before as well. Oh my goodness. And I don't have the door. I'm distracted. It's okay though. It's for a good cause. It's for Blue Jay's birthday. Whoop. Okay. Right, let's do this again. It's been a while since I used that song actually in that music in one of my videos. I think I'll have to do that at some point. Whoops. I'm watching you since Blankos 2, but not that much. When the contest... Oh, thank you, Osna. Your submission for the contest was really cool as well. It was the kind of... I think I called it a new gen BNM on the in the title. I really like that one. I think I have buttons somewhere in my blueprints. Yep, over here. Why is it going all the way over there? That was so weird. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, in that stream you said you could do Alburo live. Still waiting for that. Yeah. Yeah, I said I could do it. Not that I would do it. You know what? Let's make it spicy. Let's make it a little more interesting. You know, we have a goal tonight. A goal of, I think, 25 euros. If we hit that goal, I'll sing it. But do remind me to sing it, because I'll forget. Usually they're more yellow, those buttons. And let's sink it a little bit inside the hole. Told us last stream you would never sing on stream. Everyone make sure to keep that. I always say things that come back to bite me in the axe. Can I say that word? Axe? Yeah, in the axe, absolutely. In the bum. especially on stream. Like I say a lot of things. If you listen to every single stream, you'd probably realize that I make zero sense at all. But then again, that's probably why you guys like me. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's here. By the way, while we're here, I've just seen that, well, you know, going from one elevator to another. Do you guys think this is too tall for the warehouse? Like, I don't know. Let's save real quick. Perfect. And I've never really experienced with, you know, flumes. Not properly at the very least. Oh yeah, they're tiny! Tiny, tiny flumes. What about that kind of flume? Yeah, it's tiny! Maybe I should make it, you know, less tall. About this one. That's getting taller. What about this? What about this? Okay. Maybe one. Yeah, okay. This is where we're hitting the limit, essentially. Okay. Yeah, I actually think 22 meters might be a good height. May even lower it to 20. Hey Gregory, welcome to the channel supporters. You'll love this. In fact, if you're a channel supporter, you'll get the third episode of Belflor in early access on Thursday. Well, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm sorry. This is a crazy week for me. Like, genuinely crazy. And everyone's trying to see me. Everyone's trying to do stuff. I don't have enough money, so I can't do much. But it's always crazy to try and keep up with time. So Gregory Desmet. I used to know someone who was called Desmet. But you know, French. Someone who was at high school with me. But yeah, thank you so much, Gregory. I wasn't here in the beginning. What are you doing tonight? Tonight I'm doing the gift shop on this side. But first I wanted to make sure that we could have the elevator on this side. Probably gonna put another tree to hide the fact that this is blocked, you know. So right now I'm finishing the elevator and then we'll get started on this gift shop. Boom! There we go. It's a bit too high, but you could dig down. I'll definitely dig down, yeah. Definitely dig down some way or another. We shall see. Like, technically, it's kind of going to be a Rulantica style park, especially with the way this looks already is very Rulantica. You have the changing rooms up top. I think you have a second set of changing rooms downstairs as well. but this is a smaller park as well that we're doing. And then you have the actual massive building with a lot more stuff like around here, I want to say. And you know, the slides, the pools, what else? The bars, the restaurants. And something that's going to be really interesting with this park as well is that everything is going to be on top of each other. So it's really going to have a nice feeling and nice interactivity in general. It's going to be a mess, but it's going to be a nice mess, I hope, at least. Right. So this thing, I feel like it could be sticking out a little bit more. Like this, yeah. Base myself on the Relentica building scale for my park. You can even make different towers that are higher. You know what I was thinking actually on because we're gonna do a warehouse, but what about doing a factory even? Like not doing a warehouse, doing an actual factory, and with the factory would be a smokestack. What if there was a slide up that smokestack or a slide complex like the mat slides at Relentica? That'd be nice. But how tall is Relentica actually? The main building, you know, not the towers. Do you guys have that reference somewhere? And if so, uh, could you give that to me? I have a new episode while coming back from work. Yes, perfect. Awesome, Vilmo. I heard you went to Belward a lot. I live there very close by. Yes, Desmet is a pretty common name out there. It is indeed, yeah. In fact, wait, hold on, that might be crazy. But I do think the person I'm talking about is um, has said to me that she, because it's a she, that she's been to Belwald in the past and that it was kind of a family thing. So that would be interesting if you're literally from the same family. Because again, or at least we used to go to high school that's roughly, I would say, 80-ish kilometers from Belward, from Yper, essentially. So yeah, I think it's plausible. And if so, that would be a crazy coincidence. But yeah, just be careful not to dox yourself. Um, yeah, 75 is a nice size. Do 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 do. What does the underground station look like? There is no underground station. There's only this essentially the staircase that leads to the station. But then it's only a guest spawner. That's why I wanted to have those because I didn't want to have a bus like I had originally planned. First of all, because the guests would have only come from that side of the building, and I wanted them to come out of the station from either sides. That way, you know, you have a nice flow of people that go in both entrances. Yeah, that's all I wanted to see. Sorry to disappoint you then. I'm sorry. Oh, no, actually, that's all. Okay, yeah, I get it now. Yeah, it's not much, but you know, it's there. It's the FUD that counts. Oh, I just realized that we have some custom supports coming out of the ceiling here. We're gonna have to deal with that. Do, 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 do. Wait. Okay. I think I've done exactly the same with the other one, so I'm gonna have to fix it as well. Do, 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 do. Yep. Do, 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 do. Hey K-Frills, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. By the way, Wonky, I think you're from the UK, right? Do you guys say... Um, yeah, I think it's the Americans that say the first floor is the ground floor, right? So you guys say ground floor, then first floor, then second floor, and etc., right? Just to make sure before I commit to this. Oh no. This is the Roboto slab. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. No, that's the one underneath that needs to be on the one. Do, 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 do. In fact, I've just had a thought. Hold on. Yeah, ground floor. Okay. Thanks. That's helpful. I always really like having some natives around in the streams. That's really helpful, especially to, you know, learn about things that I don't know or know not enough things about. Just wanted to check as well, because I remember talking about that to Corvus when we went to Alton Towers years ago now. 2 years ago. Well, a year ago as well. Well, a year and a half actually. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen Corvus. And I remember we were talking about whether they said ground floor or first floor. And that's why I remembered you guys said ground floor, which is exactly the way we say it in France, by the way. It's always the Americans, isn't it? Not sorry, Marilyn, I know you're still here, but you know, it's always the Americans to have weird things like the date. For example, if I say today is the 0608, Americans will think that we're the 8th of June. You're going to Fantasyland in a week? That's so cool. I wish I could go to theme parks. I really miss theme parks. The last theme park I've been to was Toverland on the 23rd of December last year. So it's starting to to hitch, essentially. Like I really, especially knowing that so many cool things are happening all around me. Like Wallaby Belgium has opened a new coaster. There's about to be a new coaster at Parc Astérix. Belward has the Amazonia working now. So yeah, it's always really hard to see other people have fun and not to be able to uh, take part in the fun. But hey, it's the life that I've chosen, and I mean, come on, I'm playing video games for my job. I couldn't be any happier. And one day, I'm sure that once I've stopped saving for the PC, I'll be able to go back to parks and do vlogs. That'll be cool. I really miss making vlogs. Like vlogs, I think with the knowledge of cinematics and editing and all that jazz, I think I could make some really cool vlogs now. Someday. Someday. You hate the month, day, year, and you're American? Yeah, it is what it is. Then again, that's what makes you guys unique. You know what I mean? There we go. Now, whether it's a good thing or not, I'll let you guys tell me. No, I'm not making fun of you guys. I swear. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, great. And I've never seen the top of an elevator before, but I've always thought that there would be some sort of box. But I don't want to put a box today. Or is there something from the aquatic pack that I... Yes, this. Maybe not. That? Yeah. And once we're done with the elevator, we'll go back downstairs to the gift shop. But just before we do that, I'm gonna have a quick bathroom break. Because a man needs to pee. By the way, I'm not concerned about the thing sticking out. Or maybe on the other side, actually. But no, so far it's so good. Ah. There we go. Just want to make sure it's aligned on the other. It looks aligned, but I think it's not. There we go. Alright, so just gonna look at toilets. There we go. Just to to show that to the other people that will join. And I'll have a quick bathroom break because I cannot contain myself. I have to go. So see you in a minute or two. And there we go. Sorry, that was a bit of a long one. I've seen in the chat that you want me to change this to lift, so that's what I'll do. Although that's kind of ugly, but hey. You know what, let's change it all. I'm sorry, I know I've missed quite a bit of the chat. I'm gonna catch up just after this. Doo-doo. 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 Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm gonna keep elevator. Just because it looks nicer. I know you said that it would say that only if it's a posh place. Maybe it is. I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Okay, let's see what I've missed. Did you pass to Efteling before going to Toverland? No, it was a day trip to Toverland. And since it was someone who I've been to Efteling to with, sorry, who I've been to Efteling with before, it's it was, I think it wasn't somewhere that they wanted to go back, essentially. So I didn't press on, and, you know, it was literally, like, the day after was Christmas, so we had only the one day to do something. Which was fine, you know, but I wanted to focus on somewhere neither of us had been before, and Toverland was the one we hadn't done in the Netherlands. Right, so yes, gift shop. Sorry, I got distracted for a second here. Boom. Oops. There we go. So let's check out how our pathing looks. I think this one is a bit too far. Yep. Oh, I don't like this. No, stay away. Haha, okay. You know what? That's fine. Ah. Yeah, that's the problem when you do two different floors. Alright, so since this place is kind of the back of the room, maybe we should put the cash registers here, you know. Oh yeah, Toverland is great. I love Toverland. Toverland is genuinely, well, I was about to say that it's one of my favorite parks ever, but to be fair, there's a lot of competition in that category. There's this to deal with as well. Right. No matter. Let's get building. There it is. So I think I can have several, right? That belong to the same shop. Yes. Okay, good. So I'm gonna call this one gift shop. No, entrance gift shop. Okay, so that's the parent shop. Register right. Whoops. Register left. There we go. Have I been to Plopsaland? Yes, many times, many times. Not my favorite, to be fair. Plopsaland is I don't know. I there's always this weird feeling when I go there, and not that it's a park that I don't enjoy, you know, but it's it's not my favorite. I like Ride to Happiness. I like Anubis. I like Heidi as well, especially Heidi. I have a weird fascination for this coaster, but I don't know. There's something that's just not there. Something that I don't like, and I can't explain it. Display cabinet. Right, so let's place down a few of those. See what we can have. Not the balloon, no. Oh yeah, this will be relevant. This as well. Yes, why not? Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is the umbrellas one. Okay, good. So we have all this to work with. So one thing that I want to do is separate the corridor from the actual shop. So let's create a wall. See you, Mariska. Thank you for tuning in for a little bit. Ride to Happiness is good. It's just too much for me. Like, I really have that love-hate relationship with it. Which is complicated, to say the least. Some years I like it, some years I find it too much. I find it to be too much, sorry. Wait, that's free? Yeah, that's free, okay. Yeah, it's definitely that. I don't have the connection to the characters, so that's something that I don't have compared to someone like you. But then again, I can appreciate them. I don't know, there's just something that I don't have with other parks, and I don't know what it is. I really cannot put my finger on it. Because usually I'm really able to have fun in any park, really, even the park for kids. Sometimes it's even the park for kids that I like more than the ones for the adults or teenagers. But I don't know, Plopsaland, I've always wanted to love it, but I've never been able to, and I really cannot put my finger on why. And it doesn't do that to me, it didn't at least, when I went to Holiday Park last year. Because this is another Plopsa Group park, you know? And I really didn't like that. Again, I cannot explain the feeling. It's just there. But I didn't feel like that when I went to Holiday Park, which is really weird. Like I wish I was able to explain it, but I just can't. Perfect. There we go, we have our wall now. And we have our shop on this side. What I want to do is separate those paths. Let's turn on the torch. Whoa, sorry for the eyes. To make sure that the guests cannot walk through the wall. First of all, let's do this. And that way as well, we can have, you know, those things that they have, the item detector or whatever they call it, at the entrance of shops. In general, you'll see that. I want to do something like that. I think it would be a nice detail. Okay, cool. Okay, so this looks like, yep. Cool, cool, cool. Plopsaland is kind of weird. I don't want to say it's weird. It's not really weird. It's just, again, I cannot put my finger on what doesn't appeal to me. And it's not even down to the IP, because I really didn't mind the IPs in Holiday Park, you know, especially the Plopsa indoor area at Holiday Park. Now Plopsaland Deutschland, obviously, but this was probably my favorite area in that park, just because it's so well rounded. Well, so well rounded, not really, but it's so beautiful, you know. It's so well integrated, and I think the coaster really works. So that's the mythology one. I want the regular one, please. Thank you. I really need to... Oh my god, my eyes. Sorry again. Security scanners. Thank you, Dragonborn. That's the word I was looking for. The main issue I have with Plopsaland is that it isn't cohesive. It doesn't flow together like many other parks do. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. Actually, now that you say it, that's probably what I don't like, yeah. And usually the parks that do that, they really don't appeal to me. Like, you know, Energylandia, Blackpool Pleasure Beach is another one like that. You know, it's just a ride that's there, and the theming is good. That's what's sad with Plopsaland Japan. They really do have like really good potential, but I feel like they're not using it, because they genuinely have great creative teams, I feel like, but they are not using them to their full potential, and I feel like they they crave more essentially. Even though with the budget and yeah, the feasibility of every project, not everything is going to be doable, but it's I don't know. I feel like making the park more cohesive is is would be better at least. And for example, one area that I really like, even though I spend zero time in it, is Vikiland. The one theme to the little Viking character. And I feel like this one is pretty cohesive, but it's the only one, and it's only because it's themed to that character. Okay, what have I done here? You select this one, please. Thank you. Oh, and you know what we could have? We could have a little water feature. Because I'm making a planner, but I think a water feature would work here somehow. With pipes and steampunk stuff. That'd be good. That'd be real good. What if we have some device? Oh, my mind is cooking right now. Oh, believe me, they have the fonts. Yeah, they do. They really do. Plopsland and Energylandia are Planet Coaster Park. Eh. Energylandia is really that. Yeah. They really don't know what to do with their budget, and they spend where they shouldn't. And so there are a lot of dead places in their parks. It's not well thought out. I'm not a fan of Energylandia. I know I've said it in the past, but I really am not. I almost feel like it's overrated, honestly. Oh, fun fact, speaking of Energylandia, my mom was doing a trip in Poland recently, and on a train trip, she saw Energylandia, which was really funny. And kind of not as well, because I wasn't there to go on a coaster. But it is what it is. It's adulthood, right? You can't afford everything that you used to be able to afford when you were a kid. Or that people used to buy to you, I guess. Did my mom ride Zadra? No, no, she just went by um, to go to Auschwitz, essentially, which is a totally different place. I know, but it's what was on the way there, and essentially when you get the train from Krakow to Auschwitz, you basically get to Zator, the town where Nergilandia is located, and so that's how she got to see where I went a few years ago now, almost 2 years ago. Wow, that's crazy. Feels like yesterday, honestly. Mm. I want to put some lights, but I feel like I want to make the ceiling a little lower, you know. Yeah, maybe I should try that. Hold on. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Right, and then I can have one here, here. Here and here. Okay, and that's cool. That doesn't break this thing. And we don't have the columns going above. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. That's turning out way better than I thought it would. Then we need walls to go up there. In fact, instead of having a wall, we could have just some glass windows. Yeah, usually windows are made of glass, genius. You know what? Let's try. Let's get rid of that wall first. Well, not get rid of it, but split it. There we go. Yeah, I like this better because it's more open, you know what I mean? It's just duplicate those columns. Yeah, I might not do the water feature after all. I like those brick windows myself. Can you imagine if someone actually did that? Like a window of bricks. Well, that would be a wall, wouldn't it? Sorry. Whew. That's what I get for streaming at night, right? Crazy talk like this. What was I looking for? Yeah, windows. No bricks. I'll just make a custom frame if I need to. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's put it to dim gray. Hey Sparrow, nice to see you! Live this time, not in the comments. That's cool. Really cool. My fellow critter. If you know, you know. Yeah, I definitely Need to do some custom edges. Good. I'll need one more. I think this park project is really well. Water park project, now I can say, is going to be really something special. I feel like it's going to be the Contessa Park of water parks on console. Even though I'm slightly like I'm always worried. Like I cannot um, lie to you guys. I'm always worried about the complexity meter, and that's part of the reason why I want to switch to PC to, emancipate myself from this essentially. But yeah, while I'm working with those constraints, I I'm happy to do things that, you know, use the full extent of what we can really use on console. Even though technically Contessa Park didn't use um, all of it. I think I stopped on 98%, which is still a decent amount of things in the park, but still. Yeah, you need to get back on the CR grind. Yeah, I get it. It is a grind, but it's so worth it. Well, have you seen, by the way, they've announced the fourth campaign. So you really have to go back on the grind now, Sparrow. Yeah, and I like that when you're in the shop, you can actually see the outside. Yeah, I feel like that was a good call. I'm happy that I've done this. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. I hope it's not too dark for you guys. I know I'm using the torch most of the time, but might be too dark when I do this, for example. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Matt play a character for a longer amount of time, because usually when he's playing other characters, it's more for, one-offs. Technically, I mean, I don't want to spoil you, but he's done so in a campaign before, but it's still different. Here I feel like it's gonna have a much more important role, a critical role actually. and I feel like this is gonna be, oh yeah, we can't see crap here. And I feel like it's gonna be really interesting to see him dive very, very deep into a character like that. Then I want to call him here. Yeah, I've only discovered Brennan very, very recently. So I still have to get used to him. I really liked him in what was it called? Oh yeah, Wildlings, I think it was. And but as as a player, you know, as the little frog character. So I don't know. It'll be different, but I'm open to change. The one thing that I'm really worried is that they'll, and I don't know if they've confirmed that so far, but if they'll get rid of Dungeons and Dragons to use their Daggerheart instead. I'm not like I've tried to enjoy Daggerheart with their new series, Age of Umbra, but not my thing. I appreciate the amount of work that went into it, but it's still not my thing, unfortunately. But I guess we'll have to see. You know, I keep an open mind regardless. Here I am rambling about Critical Role. That was not on my bingo card for today. But I don't hate it. I like it. Anything Critical Role, I like. That's not true. I've just said that I didn't really enjoy Age of Umbra. Oh well, whatever. Oh, this one is different. It's a bit of a freestyle, this build today, guys. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Ah. That's fine. There we go. Why am I using a wall here? I'm gonna have a ceiling. I'm stupid. Anyway, back to Planet Coaster 2. I don't play, but it's super fun watching other people. I don't know, yeah. Sometimes it's kind of the same with me and Zoo. Like, I really enjoy Zoo, but you know how the console launch went, or at least I hope you do. That's part of the reason why I don't play Zoo anymore. But yeah, essentially, Zoo launched. It was in port state. After that, like 4 months after that, they've announced Planet Coaster 2, so nobody was interested, or at least the people that were originally from the Planet Coaster console community, like I was, were interested in Planet Coaster 2 and not in Zoo anymore, and so we never got the chance to appreciate Zoo for what it did, especially now that the building tools are so much more advanced in Planet Coaster 2. I just couldn't go back. But sometimes I really like to watch you or ZHS plays. Z8. I'm not sure. You guys will correct me in the chat, I'm sure. But yeah, you guys, and because you guys are much more talented and you know, are much more invested in the game than I would ever be. I rarely comment. I should do that more often, actually. I usually comment on the Blanco stuff, but I should comment on the Bland Zoo stuff as well. Hey miss, sorry I missed you. And Risdale, and this blows! See you guys. It's a party! There's even Urlauber! Hello! You guys are now in Blue Jay's birthday stream. I hope Blue Jay is still here. And if so, please, for anyone who hasn't said it before, please say happy birthday, Blue Jay. It's his birthday today. Yeah, the windows were a nice idea, I think. Where's the champagne and the cake? Quick. Think fast. It's gotta be on the floor, but that's fine. How old does that make you, Blue Jay? If that's too many candles, I won't do too many. I'll just do a cake for you. That is a pretty bad cake. Looks like a wedding cake, the thing. There you go, that's a cake, right? With a little cherry on top. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of a cake. 21. Okay, I can do 21 candles. Let's make them red as well. No, actually, let's make them blue. You're a Blue Jay. There you go. Ah, every time. Because that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and I need 5 more. Ah, come on. 1. You will not be able to see the cherry anymore. 2. Oh, that is cursed. Yeah, star pattern. There you go. 21 can. Oh yeah, you cannot see that cherry anymore. All right. Let's save that. Take it. Oh, what did I do? Oh, it's. It wasn't this thing. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Let's take it with us. Let's put it in the corridor somewhere. I think right here. And the champagne you said. Oh, that is big. Oh, that is a bad champagne bottle. It looks like a plunger, the thing. Hold on. Let me make it green. There we go. That's champagne, right? Hey, we have our birthday set for Blue Jay. You know what? Just an Easter egg. I'll keep those in there. With a little light, just so it's not always dark. Just so we can remember the stream. Yeah, there we go. And I'll have a little sign. Happy birthday. Blue Jay. Let's mark the date as well. There we go. There you go. You're immortalized now. So Blue Jay, you'll know that you have an Easter egg just for you in the elevator on the right. Yeah, you can see the light a little bit, but that's fine. Gonna make it a little lower maybe, just so I can yeah, something like this. It's fine. It's totally fine. Seen many pigeons lately, Yan? Not so much, especially now that I've been working inside that building. When I'm building on Bellefleur, yes, I have a lot of pigeons. Oh my goodness! This blows! Thank you for the 969. See this as a birthday gift for Blue Jay. You know what, Blue Jay, just for you, I'm gonna path this room. Just so you can get there in first person. There we go. Just gonna have to put a little barrier here to make sure that the guests don't walk inside. Perfect. Oh yeah, and I have to add this blows to the donation. I think I have used, yeah, some here, some somewhere around here. Do 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 do. So that is 969. That is a lot of 69s. Nice. Those barriers really work? Yeah, these ones, yes. I'm not sure about the old ones, you know, those ones. I'm not sure if those work. I'm pretty sure that these do not stop guests anymore, which is good because otherwise Castle Park wouldn't work normally. But the new barriers, these ones do work. Anyway, what kind of bench do I want around here? Something a little more steampunkish. That's not bad. Oh, that's a pirate bench. No. This? No. That. I think we could use that, but inside the park. No, definitely not. I guess I'll just use the aquatic one then, this one. Hey, Miss, thank you so much for gifting a membership, and it goes to Sparrow as well, who absolutely deserves it. Okay. Don't want to see that counter in the bottom. Oh yeah. For a second I was like, what are you talking about? But now I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see it anymore either. That blasted counter. There you go. Thanks again, miss. I think once Bellefleur is, well, at least the first season of Bellefleur is over, I think I'll just start working on something a little more contained, you know, more standalone projects for a little while. I'm really craving, you know, smaller, more contained projects like I used to do earlier in the game's life cycle when it just came out with Barnstormer, with Tiny Rockets, that sort of stuff. Even though now that the blueprint limit has been raised, I think I can take advantage of that and make much larger blueprints and therefore much larger coasters, you know. So yeah, I think I'll try that after Bellefleur. For a little while at least. I don't think I want to start a new park for quite a long time, because we'll still have, you know, this park to continue after Bellefleur, probably until the end of the year. And I do plan to do some videos on our water park that we're building today. I just have to find the right format and everything. But I really, really want to do that. Yen, when he gets a PC, let's make a tiny park. No, don't worry. The first park, and I think I've said that before in Bellefleur, in one, actually the first episode of Bellefleur. The first thing that I'll do once I get the PC is go back to Bellefleur and finish Bellefleur. So don't worry, I won't make a tiny park anymore, or at least not for a little while. I think I might make a mini park sometimes, especially if I have a good idea, you know. But if I make a mini park, it'll be something very, very detailed and more along the caliber of the new things that I do on PC. And it won't be right away either. But yeah, that might be in the cards. Who knows? Who knows? So those are blue. Blue here as well. Let's make those blue as well. Let's copy the colors. So that's Argentinian and dark blue. Okay, easy enough. Good. And dark blue should be this. Yep. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh, the LOD is a bit crap on that one, but it is what it is. Gotta go, dude. My zoo won't build itself. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for sticking around for a little bit, Dragonborn. It's really nice to have you along, man. And have fun, I guess, building that zoo. Right, so... What if we copy this, but downstairs instead? Like this. I might have a present for you for this park. I'll send you some images to see what you think. Yeah, sure. No worries, man. That's very kind, thank you. If there was one project from Blanco you could revisit with your current Blanco 2 skills, what would it be? Honestly, none. I'm pretty happy with what I've done on the first Planet Coaster and to have such a progression between the builds. I'm never one to really want to revisit any build or remaster or anything. The only park I've ever remastered was my first one, and that was just to update some things to make it up to my caliber of builds that I do now. Not builds, but coasters at the very least. And so that's how the remaster of Parc Ciel Bleu came along last year. But otherwise, yeah, no, I'm not really into that. So I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't think I would revisit a park project from Planet Coaster 1. Then again, and this is something I talk about in episode 3 of Bellefleur. Bellefleur is kind of the spiritual successor to Parc Ciel Bleu, for example. And I think that is more interesting compared to revisiting an actual park and remaking that park. I feel like revisiting concepts like this one, where it's a park around an old manor and set on minor grounds, because technically that's something that I've done before, even though in a much different way than what I'm doing now. but that's something that's more interesting to me compared to outright remastering something, you know. So I think that's more something that I would do. Yeah, exactly, Dragon. Always look forward, never look back. Even though I like looking back, you know, that's kind of the ending to the Camtasso Park series, which one of my favorite endings and probably videos of every single video that I've done. But the cinematics at the end and the ultimate message of wow, look how far we've come. I think is very powerful, and so I feel like looking back is only good when you're able to do that. If it's something that's gonna hurt you, yes, definitely don't do it. But if it's something where you celebrate the journey, I feel like it's worth doing. And that's why I really want to do that birthday stream with the concept of revisiting my old parks next week. I feel like that's going to be a very emotional stream for me, and that's going to be really fitting um, to celebrate my 25th birthday with all of you guys. Am I hyped for Universal UK? Yeah, definitely. Obviously. Who isn't? Especially knowing that you will be able to get to it really easily with the Eurostar, because they're doing some planning around that, I believe. And this is something that really is in the cars for me because I live in the same region as Lille. So it's going to be really easy for me to just, take a train and get there. Kind of the same way I used to do with Disneyland Paris, even though I don't go to that park anymore for many good reasons. But yeah, I'm extremely excited to see what they do with that. The Six Flags Ciel Bleu was amazing. That wasn't Parc Ciel Bleu, it was Six Flags, which was Six Flags. Sorry, it's not a person, but it was Serene Gardens. Oh, no disappointment at all. I was just thinking about it since I'm planning to remake one of my favorite blueprint from Blank Go 1 into Black Go 2. Even the one remake that I tried to do, it was on stream as well, so it's something that if you're here you might know about. It was the Velocity one, the 1,500 foot long coaster, and look how that turned out. I was so not hyped by the idea, just because in my opinion, I've just executed the idea properly and couldn't bring more to the table. What about the reeds? Yeah, those reeds. Oh my god, Dragon. I've just read your message with Lost Fortress and Golgotha, and that's crazy. Especially Lost Fortress really brought back some memories for me. Dragon, we really have to convince Maddie to come back and I don't know, do spotlights or do something. But you know, do videos. We really I don't know about you, but I really miss Maddie. Like his absence really is felt throughout the community, I feel like. Yeah, the Six Flags thing was really funny. And it was so funny as well because that's someone who hadn't asked me to use that park to make a Six Flags park. But I was like, hey, if they've used my park for that purpose, why don't I make a video making fun of that park, but you know, kindly, technically, in a bit of a satirical way, and in the same manner. And I feel like the video kind of blew off. I think it's at like 15,000 view, something like that. One of my most views videos on the channel for sure. It's something that I've made in, I don't know, 2 days max, script included. That sometimes that's what's hurt. That's what hurts. Sorry, with the difference between investment and reward, technically. Sometimes it's just the easiest stuff that will give you the most views and that sort of stuff. But you know, it is the game that we play on YouTube. Could I play Planko 1 again after all this time? Absolutely not. I wouldn't, not like, just knowing that I will have to use the first person in Planet Coaster 1 again after all this time is gonna be so hard, because I know that it's so much worse and non-intuitive compared to just doing this. You know, you have to select a guest, say Plipcam in name it Plipcam in on the console version, instead of Tedgetcam in the PC version, and then you can control the thing, and even then you cannot, I don't know, interact with things or get on rides or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be an experience, but building itself, no, I could not. I could not at all. It's just way too hard. With and that's when you really realize how good Planet Coaster 2 is. Like it genuinely is a great game. And you can see how much it improves compared to the original. Hey MB, welcome to the stream. And free people are leaving at the same time. Bye Yano, bye Dragon, and bye this blows. Oh, thank you, miss. Hold on, I'll just do the lights and I'll go back to the little ad that I've done in universe. Ads, actually, because there are 2 of those. So first thing that I want to do is make it loop. There we go. Do, 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 do. Oh, you were just saying goodbye to Yano and Dragon. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. That's a bit better with some more lights. I feel like we could have some, you know, some beams and everything where we could put some lights on the ceiling. We'll see. Anyway, let me save real quick. And show what I've done to miss real quick. So yeah, essentially this is our atrium, and when you go up to the changing rooms into the park, you have two advertisements. One to become a skyscraper, which hopefully is going to be our water coaster. So water coasters are basically launched water slides, if that makes any sense, propelled by massive jets of water with a lot of pressure. And this other one is probably going to be for a restaurant. This is Black Harbor Fishing Company, where you can see some seafood stuff, and yeah, there we go. Black Harbor is going to be the area that you see outside this window, essentially. And we're going to have our wave pool in this area. We're going to have the main restaurant, which is probably going to be this one. And yeah, all that. So slowly but surely, I'm starting to gather ideas for this this park, and it's really exciting. Looks amazing. Thank you, MB. Thank you. Right, so I'm gonna copy those over to the other side. I think that'll be a little better with the torch on. Yeah, and we can have some, you know, those shirt, what's it called? Shirt display. And that sort of stuff around here somewhere. It's things like that get me away from billboard. Prefer to try to do those kinds of signs and murals with pieces. It's way more fun. It is, but also the one thing that I would love to do is to do everything in game and take a picture and then put that picture on the billboard. So technically it's still in game, you know. It's a bit weird the way I explain it, but you know, do a very epic scene or whatever, or something that only some people would use AI to do essentially, but do it myself. You know, do a massive landscape, do a I don't know, so a scene somewhere, and take the picture, put it in black and white, and there you go. You have an advertisement for perhaps a skyscraper or something like that. Like that. That's why I envy you guys who are on PC and are able to use um, the billboards, because I feel like PC players aren't using it enough, or when they use it, they don't use it to the fullest of extent. So I feel like there's ground to be broken there. Yes, exactly, for custom backdrops or an idea that I've had. I've had this idea when I wanted to use what we already have in the game, you know, in Camtasso Park, when I used the gulpy thing for the control room above the stand in Camtasso City. And I was like, what if we do a video in the game so you have a virtual environment, kind of like you would have in a real theme park, you know, with screens and screen-based media essentially, and screen-based ride, sorry, and do that in Planet Coaster, you know, implement that technology in Planet Coaster, and I feel like there's a potential that hasn't been reached yet with this. Hey Fog, nice to see you, man. Yeah, they are underutilized at the moment. I think part of that is a compatibility for a workshop without extra downloads. Yeah, I guess. I guess. But then again, that's the kind of thing that would be easier for someone like me, who's a content creator, and so that's easier for me to, you know, have a zip file with every single file needed to make the park work as intended, and they can just dump it in whatever file you need to dump it in to make it work in the game, and then, you know, there you go. Basically, you have resources, probably something that you could get on my Discord, for example. I feel like there is an easy way to do it myself at the very least. So definitely something that I'll explore in the future. Anyway, I really want to try the, and I forgotten what it was called again. You know, this scanner thing. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. It's okay. Beam. Yeah, there are ways around that. Combine that with the QR codes. Some of us are sneaking into our creations. Oh, that's nice. Even though you would have to do the QR code, so eh. Oh, you mean sneak them in the? Oh yeah, that's actually smart. Yeah. Yeah, there are many ways to utilize all that. I feel like there's massive untapped potential, but we'll tap it, Fog. We'll tap it. I should drink more. Hold on. There we go. Like this, and I think it was 30. I love this track so much. I think that's the first one that I've used in one of my videos, actually, on Planet Coaster 2, obviously. That works, right? Always fun to push the boundaries of what people think is possible. Exactly, yes. In fact, Fog, I don't know if you've seen, but Broccoli and I have just posted the mini golf that we've been doing. It's obviously gonna be shown in the video that I'm releasing on Sunday, but it's already available because I'm not gonna be able to be around my PS5 on Sunday when the episode goes live. So I've uploaded the mini golf kit, the base mini golf kit, to the workshop today, and it's already out there if you want to check it out. Hey, Hendrik. I'm doing good. How are you? It's nice to see you, Hendrik. Because yeah, what Broccoli has done with the animations is truly pushing the limits of what we can do with interactivity in this game. Oh, you just saw Fantastic Four. Let's talk about it, spoilers free, obviously, because I think, yeah, there's at least Miss who hasn't seen it, and but yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit. It's I thought I liked it when I came out of the theater, but I actually don't like it that much. Okay, so I think our entrance is kind of covered now. Yeah, I feel like the corridor is kind of done as well. I should kind of make a custom bin as well at some point. I feel like this wouldn't work at a water park, you know. Just because people would throw things in there, and sometimes it would get on the floor, and then it would get on in the pools and everything. It would be kind of disgusting. So I feel like we should have closed custom bins, but I'll do that off camera, don't worry. CIK Freels, thank you for sticking around for a little bit. I'm not expecting much from Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think I was expecting a bit too much, especially after seeing Superman, which is like a really, really good movie. I I really was expecting the new revolution on both sides of the superhero war, quote unquote. You know, DC versus Marvel. And right now, if I gotta be honest, DC's got the upper hand, man. Betty Pascal is in it. Yeah, yeah, he is. Liked it, wasn't anything super innovative. But they didn't try to reinvent the wheel and just went with some nice entertainment, so I am happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty much it. How about we work on the counters actually? Yeah, that way the counters will dictate how the rest of the stuff will look like. Why don't I use the same wood style that I used here? Oh. By the way, did you know that those counters were way too high compared to the original um, counters that are in the game? And the way you can realize this is that the foot of the sign, the feet, sorry, of the sign are not here like they would be here. So that means the counter is way bigger than it's supposed to be. It's so funny. Right, so let's get started now. To be honest, I think we are kind of fed up with superhero movies, way too many for my taste. And all kind of feel the same. I don't know. I feel like we're not tired of superhero movies, we're just tired of mediocre movies in general. Like, superhero is just a genre, you know? And I feel like if we had more diverse and more superhero movies that were focusing on quality over quantity, and that's kind of what DC is trying to do right now. I feel like we would enjoy superhero movies way more than we are right now. And those mini golf holes are amazing. I love the fountain one with the bouncing. Yeah, yeah, the fountain one is definitely my favorite, and Broccoli's as well. Fun fact, this one was a loop before it was a fountain. And the problem with the loop was that one of the rotating pieces was showing, and I just didn't want you guys to have to hide that every time. So I was like, let's go back to the drawing board, do something that's more unique. And I came up with the fountain, you know, with a water jet that just propels the ball out of the fountain. And yeah, it turned out to be our favorite hole of the entire set, I think. Yeah, exactly, Fog. I think we don't have. I think we don't want safe movies anymore. We want bold. Not that we ever wanted safe movies. Actually, now that I think about it, I certainly didn't. But yeah, no, it's a good point. We need bold moves, bold stories, and bold um, choices, which is something we just aren't getting at the moment. I feel like I could try and stick those planks inside the pillar over there. Speaking of bold movies, have you heard about the new Frankenstein movie in the work? It's not in the work. I think it's finished, and it'll come out quite soon. Actually, I think it definitely finished filming. I don't know if the post production is done or not, but I'm really excited to watch it because I'm a really big fan of Guillermo del Toro. I think he's one of the most underrated um, directors out there. Just because you know people are like, oh, it's weird, it's fantastic, it's horror, all in the same bag. But I feel like there's such a sensitivity to his cinema, and I've always really loved what he was doing. It's very much my kind of style, you know, just plain weird stuff. Not plain, just straight up weird, you know what I mean? Like not hiding the weird behind, I don't know, pretty faces or whatever. No, if it's weird, it has to be weird. It has to look weird. And the fact that it is weird in the cinema of Del Toro, I feel like that's what makes something beautiful in his cinema. And in more ways than one, that is like that in real life as well. Like embracing your weirdness makes you whole as a person, and I feel like that's the one thing that you can take away from his uh, his stories in general. And that's definitely a message that I love to embrace. Yeah, it's always the financial aspect that really makes a film boring, really. it's a tough balance doing something interesting but bold, or something risky but interesting. And I feel like there's a fine balance to still maintain that sense of, you know, doing something unique. I really don't like what I'm doing. I'm just talking about cinema and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Sorry, I have to redo everything. Let me copy. see this blows. You're saying movies don't have to be bold, but then again, you're talking about Conclave, which is a film about um, I don't know how to say that in English, but you know what it is about. You've seen it, and I feel like, to me, that is a bold movie. To do a movie talking about um, that setting, that's quite bold, I feel like. Because that doesn't sell, right? I love how everyone is talking about movies now, and I love it. That was my plan all along. Now this is a cinema channel. There we go. Do, 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 do. Hey coasters all around the world, welcome to the stream. Wow, Hendrik, a single favorite film, that's just impossible, mate. I'm sorry. I like way too many movies. I can give you uh, I'm not even sure. I could give you two that I'm sure that I really do love. One really started to make me a cinephile, and to really open my eyes to what you could do with the medium. And that would be La La Land by Damien Chazelle, which is a beautiful film. And the second one is probably the film that has shocked me the most out of all the films that I've seen, and no film until now has been able to change that, and that is Mother by Darren Aronofsky. So those I would say are my two favorite films. Like those really are the ones that I always go back to in my mind. And again, La La Land is really the one that started it all for me. Let's put it this way, La La Land is the first movie where I've cried, essentially. And I've felt so many things thanks to La La Land. At the movies, obviously. I'm not a monster otherwise, don't worry. I've seen Black Swan. I haven't seen Requiem for a Dream, no. Not yet. I've been meaning to. I wanted to really watch it when I was really into cinema a few years ago, when I was studying it and everything. And I kind of didn't continue trying to. Maybe I should have. But Mother really, and also it's really rare for me to discover a film outside of the cinema and have me like it as much as I like a film that I've discovered in the cinemas. If that makes any sense. Oh wait, so my playing down there doesn't serve any purpose now. Okay. Actually, sometimes I tell myself that I should rewatch those films that I haven't seen La La Land or Mother for ages now. Ever since I've started doing YouTube, I've kind of put my passion for movies to the side, which is kind of a bad thing. But I feel like I should really start revisiting um, all of those. I really miss how they made me feel. go. And there we go. Okay, we got our counter after every single debates about films. Yes, Filmo, we were talking about various films, really. Our favorite films in general, and La La Land and Mother are my favorites, I would say. La La Land perhaps a tiny bit more than Mother these days. A few years ago, I would have said Mother, but I'm much more into positive emotions these days. So yeah, I definitely have to go for La La Land. Especially because with at my old age of 25, it's really easy for me to be emotional these days. And yeah, I like those feelings. I miss seeing movies in cinemas that used to make me feel like that. Because I don't really go to cinemas anymore because of my situation. I only go when I can go with my friend, essentially. And since he's a massive MCU fan or superhero fan or blockbusters in general, it's easier for him to like that. Even though I should try asking him to go see something um, a little more auteur, I suppose. Um, because I know he likes this stuff. I remember when I saw La La Land for the first time, he was with me, so yeah, maybe something to try in the future. We'll see. Depends on the film, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let me get rid of this. And, whoops, copy that one. Instead. Hmm. I'm kind of feeling like I should stop this stream. It's not that I'm not inspired, it's just that I don't want to start anything that will take me on another 5 hour session or whatever. I kind of want to stop now. That way I can go to sleep on it, and then continue maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like I should stop the stream now. I think it's a good time to stop. It's 11. We've been going for 3 hours now, and it's been a good stream, guys. It's been a really, really good stream. I've had a ton of fun. Every time we do a stream on, I just have an idea that I want to try before we leave. Every time we work on what's the name of the park again? Oh yeah, SteamTown. Every time we work on SteamTown, I feel like we do such great progress, and I don't know. I feel like it's a really special project that really has some legs. You know what I mean? Like it can really walk, that project. That doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, this is good. This is good. And yeah, okay, I've split it already. Or, what if we spin it on its side? Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Yeah, look at this. That's cool. That looks hot. Yeah, I like this. I like this. That was a good call. Torch on. Yeah, I think that was cool. Yes, Hendrik, I already have dementia for sure. I can be really forgetful though. This much I know. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll continue this off camera for you guys. Probably we'll work on the changing rooms next stream. We'll see where I'm at, depending on how much I get done before the next stream. But yeah, I think for tonight we're gonna stop. So let's go back and review what we've done. We've done this corridor with the elevator here for the first floor, and the accessible access, and same one here with, hold on, it's actually not the real look of it. Just a second. Is that not working? There it is. There we go. So yeah, even the shop looks much better now with the light marble floor. It's much better. It's really cool. But I really feel like once we get this done, and the toilets that I'll definitely do off camera, going upstairs and doing the changing rooms will actually be really exciting, because that will be our very last piece of the puzzle before we can actually move on to the actual water park, and that'll be very, very exciting. But yeah, and also the fact that I've done this this afternoon, really, really good progress, I feel like today. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining our third stream. Let's thank again the people who donated and gifted subs or have become a new supporter like Gregory. And so yeah, thank you Broccoli for the €6. Thank you Shane for the 1 sub. Thank you Wonky for the £2. Thank you This Blows for the €9.69. Nice. And thank you Miss for the 1 sub. Guys, thanks again for joining me. I love you all very, very much. And I'll see you next week for not only one stream, but a second stream on the Saturday. So we'll have our usual Wednesday stream, which is going to be on SteamTown. And then on Saturday, which will be my birthday, we'll celebrate on Planet Coaster 1, visiting all of my old builds because I feel like some of you guys weren't there at the time. And so I feel like revisiting those with you guys will be something really interesting. But thank you again so much. Like, I love you all so very much. It's such a pleasure to be doing this every single Wednesday with you guys. And speaking of which, is it Wednesday yet? Bye, guys.